Hello, I'm Peter Towers, Managing Director of ESS BIZTOOLS. Welcome to Members Alert. To our subscribers at accountancy firms all over Australia for ESS BIZTOOLS and ESS BizGrants, thank you very much for your support. We're now 1.5 months into the new financial year. What strategies have you implemented in your firm? Also, the Commonwealth Bank's Accounting Market Pulse report, released in late June, identified that the survey of accounting firms that the Commonwealth Bank's consultants had undertaken had indicated that the firms had identified that business advisory services was the product that they expected to be most in demand in the next 6 to 12 months. This gives us all a very good reason to really gear up, to be able to maximize the exposure of business advisory services to your clients and to prospects all over Australia. Because thousands of businesses, I believe, are going to need support from accountants who are offering business advisory services to help them through these problems from coronavirus. What we've decided to do is to identify 6 of our products, and we've reorganized some of the product packages and included some new material as being the premier business advisory services products. And I want to share those product packages with you today. They include Survival in Difficult Times, which is a product package that is built around 42 individual questionnaires, which will enable you to drill down into what is happening within your client's business. And the material is applicable for natural disasters as well as disasters like COVID-19 coronavirus, a health disaster. The next product package in this special category is Chief Financial Officer Services. I think there's going to be more and more people looking to have some type of Chief Financial Officer services. It doesn't have to be everything that's in that product package, because we've tried to think of every conceivable aspect of Chief Financial Officer services that a client might ask you to implement. We don't expect anyone to utilize all that material, but you'll be able to pick what you want to use with a client. The next one is Business Funding for SMEs. I think this is going to be very important during this financial year, because once we get beyond the end of September, there's an expectation that banks are going to be very difficult to deal with, especially for SMEs. And one opportunity that all businesses have is to incorporate as a company and look to be able to try to raise capital from the public. Now, I know that they've got to have a vision, they've got to have a strong leadership team, they've got to have a good product or service. But the legislation is there, the setup's in place. There are 5 very active crowdsourced funding intermediaries, and we've been featuring representatives from those intermediary companies in our COVID-19 survival webinar series, which has been running now for 18 weeks. And you can listen to the recordings of those webinars, and we have 4 more that are available to you in this Members Alert. So the business funding for SMEs is particularly going to look at crowdsourced funding, early stage innovation companies, the Australian government's new business growth fund, which is scheduled to commence later this year, and of course Section 708 of the Corporations Act, which has been there for 35 years. The next premier business advisory service package is industry-specific advisory, which gives you access to material to assist clients to set retail prices in conjunction with their expected product mix. Also for tradies and manufacturing businesses to set charge-out rates, which will enable the profit that's been projected to be earned, or at least enable the business to set corrective action. And also the professional charge-out rates for professional firms. And also, as part of that overall product package, we're including the business health checks, which we have for 5 industries, and we intend to add to that list of businesses in the business health checks. The next product package that we're featuring in this top premier list is the innovation journey. I believe that many business people and aspiring business people have probably taken advantage of the lockdown situation and the working from home to do some research and development activities. And I think it's a great time for us to start talking about research and development and what can happen, so as to encourage any clients or prospects who have engaged in research and development to realise that they can obtain taxation benefits if they incorporate as a company, and indeed they can get a refund of the research and development incentive rebate if they are trading at a loss. So there's a lot of reasons for you to be very proactive in communicating what can happen on research and development with your clients and prospects. And then we're going to take them to the government grant that's available, and that is the Accelerating Commercialisation Grant. It's there for anyone who has developed a new product, process, service, marketing or management methodology. Can apply. The turnover can be from $0 to $20 million. The company obviously needs a vision, and it's going to need your assistance. And there's some significant work that you could undertake in that grant process once the company has received the grant, because virtually every company that goes down that track is going to need a business plan, budget and cash flow forecast, and we'll need some advice on the project management, which is also another area that you can earn fees from. And then we move into the early stage innovation companies, because that's what the government enacted that legislation for, which was actually an amendment to the Taxation Office, Taxation Act. You might remember. So it was an amendment to the Tax Act that early stage innovation companies was created. So we're looking at the journey from research and development into a government grant into early stage innovation company. And that's work that if you utilize our product package, you'll be able to give that complete service to your client. And the 6th business product that we're featuring in our Premier series is accessing government grants for SMEs. Very important. There are hundreds of government grants, and our system will help you get the grants sorted out based on your client's individual characteristics. So I look forward to working with you on the Premier product packages. We're also going to be running a series of members webinars, which will commence on the 9th of September at 12 noon. We're going to be running them basically weekly through to October to feature these 6 Premier product packages. Details are included in the members alert of the dates and times, although they're all set at 12 noon AEST, so that's easy. And we look forward to talking to you there. So you can get your team organized, get your firm ready to promote these activities to your clients. You've received Business Plus. It was uploaded to our website on the 14th of August. So you've received the August edition. If you have any questions, please contact us. We've also forwarded to you the link in this members alert to the 4 COVID-19 survival panel webinars that we have prepared in the last 4 weeks. Please click onto them and listen to them. The presentations have been made by a group of presenters, including representatives from crowdsource funding intermediaries and our affiliates, people like Andrew Geddes, Amanda Gascoigne, Paul Barnaby, Trent Butler, Kevin Thiel, and myself have participated in presenting these webinars over the last 4 weeks. These COVID-19 webinars are continuing. We're now presenting them on a fortnightly basis. We think that will be better for the participants because there's a number of these. We know that other people are also presenting COVID-19 webinars. So thank you very much for your support of ESS BizTools and ESS BizGrants. If you have any comments, suggestions or criticisms, please send me an email or give me a ring, 1-800-232-088, or send me an email, peter@essbiztools.com.au. Stay safe. And to our subscribers in Victoria, good luck through this ongoing, very challenging process that you are having to endure at present. We're all thinking of you. Have a great day. Goodbye.